All right, back to the game. Thank you very much, Rick. Second down now for the Blue Devils, just shy of the 50-yard line. There is the pass down to the flat, but overshooting his man, to Joshua Johnson, is Nukese Richardson. So the Blue Devil offense, especially the passing, has just not been in sync, Coach. Nukese has been overthrowing his receivers quite a bit so far in the first half.
It's the little things. I mean, I've been watching their offensive line and their fullback and all this other stuff. They're starting to catch people. The quarterback needs to settle down and get in a groove. Like you'd mentioned before, they're 7-on-7 national champions. I mean, I can't believe they can't complete some little passes. All that is nerves taking effect. They just need to settle down, get in their groove, and they'll be fine.
All right, so 3rd and 10 now. Richardson back, looking for a man. He's got to scramble, but he is snowed over by Glade's defense. That was Emmanuel Rackard on the play, as well as number 30, Artavius Dowdle.
We have
misblocking
assignments across the front there. I mean, you had pressure coming big time from the edge, from defensive ends for Glade Central, and that was what caused that play to happen.
All right, so coming into punt here will be Brandon Hawthorne, and he gets a high kick, and a fair catch is going to be called by Fred Pickett. So Glade Central will start again with the ball on the 19-yard line as the Raiders hold a 13-7 lead here in the second quarter. 4:41 to go. Sorry?
4-yard line.
Oh, sorry, the ball is on the 24-yard line. Looked to me like the 19, but what do I know? It's a little far here for these old eyes. All right, so Glade Central. If you could just hold that there, see if anyone reads it. First down for the Raiders. Thomas at center, looking for a man and cutting across and getting the reception is number 6 Pickett, and Pickett's going to get enough there for a first down. But there is a flag on the field. And let's see what the call is. And we got a replay here.
What the receiver does here is he runs a 5-yard in, little post route. It's a good catch, good second effort.
And not necessarily bad coverage there by Pahokee, but just well executed.
Yes, and I did not see the penalty.
But yeah, there was a flag on the play, and they are backing the Raiders up. And that looks like, well, it was a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, it was a 5-yard penalty. So first and 15 for Glades. $15 to go here for the first down. They need about the 34-yard line, do the Raiders. And we have whistles again.
Oh!
And no more as pushing and shoving happens here. So
it's
the officials trying to keep a tight rein on this game. There are a lot of emotions here. This is as big a rivalry as you can get. So when the pushing and shoving starts, you gotta nip that in the bud right away.
Personal fouls always hurt. Now they've moved them back, pinned them deeper.
All right, so we're going to do it all over again, it looks like. First and 15 again for Glade Central. Oh, no, now we're going to mark it off. We haven't marked it off yet. So that was a false start. The Raiders going to back them up 5 more. So first and 20.
This might be
Jesse Hester's crew.
This might be exactly what Pahokee needs right now.
A big play defensively for Pahokee could put them back in the lead, or make it a very, very tight game. So let's see what they can do here. Backed way up to about the 10-yard line. nowhere. He is going to be swarmed, Antonio McLeod, by a host of others, including number 4, Brandon Hawthorne. And I am told that we have Althea Paul on the sideline. Althea.
Well, Dan, as you do know, the Pahokies did lose a player this year, senior Norman Griffith, who was shot and killed during a robbery back in September. His mom, Jackie Griffith, joins us live now. And Jackie, talk a little bit about how this feels right now. Norman should be here playing. Is it a little bit bittersweet?
Yes, it's a little bit bittersweet, but I'm glad because both of the team are out together and they dedicating the game to Norman Griffith, whether Pahokee win or Glade win. But I'm praying that Pahokee win, so it'll be a victory for us.
Yeah, how does it make you feel to know that they're pretty much dedicating this whole season to him? And when you look around and you see the Norman Griffith number 7 banners that are all over the stadium,
it makes me feel good, overwarm. I feel rejoiced. I feel good and happy.
Thank you so much, Jackie, for talking to us. Best of luck to you. Dan, we're going to send it back to you.
All right, back to the game, and a timeout has been called here on the field in Pahokee. 3:12 to go in the half, where Glade Central has a 13-7 lead here in the 2008 Muck Bowl. We have thousands of fans out here lining the field. It's a hot day, but a nice day here in Pahokee. And we are seeing a very close football game. At this point, Coach, my only disappointment, a lot of flags so far in this game, in this first half. Quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really slowing down the pace of the game. Now, are the officials getting overly officious, or is this all?
No, that's what happens in big ball games. And both sides are very competitive. They want to win the game. And there is going to be flags. And kids are going to, you know, despite the fact that this is a big football game, we forget that they're only 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And emotions are going to run wild, and that's why you get all these penalties.
All right, so 3rd down and long, and really long. 25 to go for Glade Central. Back to throw across the middle. He's got a man. But that was Mr. West, I believe, who we did not have on our roster.
That's the best play, I believe, in high school, college football is a quick slant. It's open on every single time. It's very hard for defenses to contend it.
And can open up a lot of possibilities for yards after the catch as well, as you're hitting the receiver in stride. But not nearly enough for the first down. So on 4th down, LaRon Thomas is going to, oh no, that is not LaRon Thomas. I'm sorry. That is Alanda Shaw, who will be punting the ball for the Raiders. Back deep to receive is Willie Hickman, defensive back for the Blue Devils. But it looks like we've got a timeout on the field before the punt by the Raiders. And not exactly sure what that was. Maybe a personnel issue, Coach.
Yes, I believe they didn't have enough people on the field, so they had to burn a timeout to get their adjustments and everything taken care of.
2:29 to go here in the half. 13-7, Glade Central leading the Muck Bowl, and we can see that the bands are moving into place for the halftime show to come, a spectacular halftime show, which we will be bringing you live here on CBS 12.
And I'm just going to let the people know out there, if they've never been to the Muck Bowl ever, not only do you got a great environment, great football, but, man, the food. You smell that food? Oh,
you smell those
incredible
ribs cooking. And, yeah, Coach here cannot wait to get some of those ribs. All right, here is the punt. End over end, going to bounce high, and it's going to be touched at about the 40-yard line by the Raiders. So with 2:20 to go here, we are going to see if Pahokee can get a drive going, get a scoring drive going, and maybe take control of this football game again. Let's mention some of our sponsors while we have a second. Midway Corporation, our core sponsors, Nike, Everglades Farm Equipment Company, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office as well, Rick Bradshaw, the sheriff. Our in-part sponsors include Richard Keene, Everglades Adventure, and McRae's Barbecue, who we mentioned. Papa Jimmy's Catfish, Emilio Perez, and Louis Pope also contributed, as did the City of Pahokee, J.P. Sasser, and the Coic family. Also thanks to Ryder Rental as well, Malord Duplantis, who we heard from earlier, and Tammy Bunting. All right, trying to gain some yards up the center there was Vincent Smith, and he gets about 5 with real extra effort.
Well, what they've done is they put a new quarterback in. His name's Emmanuel Perez. And earlier in the year, I believe that they started Emmanuel for about 3 games during the season just to give other people a different look. And he's the future of this program coming up.
That's right. They let him play a few games, and no surprise to see him here. We were told that this might happen to maybe give Glade's defense a little different look. So 2nd down and 6, and Glades jumps, and that's going to benefit Pahokee. They're going to get 5 more yards out of it and a little more manageable situation. It's going to bring up 2nd and short for the Blue Devils. Now, Nukese Richardson is such a gifted athlete and good passer. What can Perez bring to them in this series that maybe Richardson couldn't or hasn't been able to so far?
Well, he's young, and he probably has heart and desire and win, knows that he's going to be the future. And what it gives him is it probably doesn't give them that much of a difference, but it's going to give him tremendous experience to help out the program in the future.
And if he can do something here on this drive, he will be a hero. And there is the throw and catch.
Oh, he's got a good
nice
arm.
Grab by Richardson. And they're calling it incomplete, although Richardson is begging to differ, saying he held on to that ball. Richardson went up to grab it, and he was speared by a Glades defender.
And if we get a replay on that, here it is. It's a good throw by Perez.
And he did grab the ball. Now, did he have possession?
And he comes down. What happened is the ground cannot force a fumble. So in my opinion, that was a bad call by the referees.
Should have been a completed pass.
We're saying complete pass. It was a good throw by Perez. It should have been a complete ball.
All right, still 3rd and about 1.5 yards here. They give up the middle to Smith, and Smith is breaking through for a big gain there, 10 to 11 yards, and no doubt about that is a 1st down for Pahokee.
That was a good run up front. That was a quick hit and run. Nice dive up the middle.
And now with the clock ticking down, a little over a minute to go here in the first half, a little sense of urgency by the Blue Devils.